Would you look at that? I am live on YouTube. I have never been live on YouTube before. Never been live on YouTube before. Never been live on YouTube before. Just got off an IG live. Now we're here on YouTube for the first time. First time here on YouTube. I just want to see what happens. See what happens. What's up, Tomas? How you doing today, brother? Beautiful day. What's up, Maria? What's up, guys? How we doing today? I've never been live on YouTube before. The many IG lives. I just got off an IG live. What's up, Joshua? Yes, I think I've tried TikTok like one time. I've never been live on TikTok either. Just Instagram. First time on YouTube though. First time on YouTube. Rich Rising too. Beautiful Katie. There we go. There we go. What's up, everybody? YouTube live for the first time. Look at that. Lawson. What's up, Lawson? Good to connect with the tribe. Good to connect with the tribe on YouTube now. That's awesome. See, different platforms, you have different audiences, you know. That's why if you make content, you want to put it up on all the platforms, right? It can be the same video, but you put it up on Instagram, put it up on YouTube, put it up on TikTok, because there's different audiences. There's even Pinterest and all different kinds of places. That's right. That's right, Thomas. That's right. How we doing today, people? We just hit 48 hours fasted. So I haven't eaten in 2 days, 48 hours fasted. We're doing a 72-hour fast. So we got another 24 hours to go. So I've never fasted this long. The last fast I did was 48 hours, which is a few days ago. So I broke it right now. So at this time right now, that's when I ate. Okay. But I was sick, and it was kind of easy for me. It wasn't hard because I didn't have an appetite. This is different. I'm not sick anymore. So, you know, I'm really pushing this stuff, but grateful. It's blessed to be here. Got that serotonin, sunlight energy beaming down on me. Does anybody have a question? Anybody have a question they'd like to ask me? Got a nice little small live right now. So if you ask a question, I'm going to see it and I'm going to answer it. Should it be necessary? RKD, how we doing today? Much love to you. Much love to you, RKD. Yes, fasting is it's a great way to reset yourself. It's like becoming a new person, to cleanse yourself, to detox, to release things energetically, physically, mentally that do not serve you. Reset your dopamine, reset your serotonin, make you more sensitive to life. Advice for feeling more secure and confident in yourself. I just want you to ask yourself, what does the best version of you look like? Imagine right now, just what does that look like? Yeah. What kind of body do they have? What kind of mindset do they have? What kind of financial situation do they have? What kind of relationships do they have? What do they look like? What do they do? What are their habits like? And then when you know that, when you can feel that, feel how it feels to be that person. How does it feel to be this person? This person who's in amazing shape. This person who has the best relationships. This person who has the best finances, who's rich, who's always supplied for. This person who's making a massive impact. And then when you feel that state, you will notice that there is something within you as you move in that energy. There are certain actions that person takes. Whether it's they work out every day, they get up at a certain time every day, they eat a certain way, they don't do certain things, they don't smoke, they don't drink, they don't look at dirty websites, they don't do XYZ, they don't gossip. There's certain things they don't do and there's certain things they do. Then look at yourself, what you've currently been doing. Now, in this moment, every single moment, you're a new person. And so as you're feeling the state, you are currently embodying the best version of yourself. What actions does this version of you right now that you feel, this 10.0 version of you, what do they do? Oh, let's go do that. Okay, it's time to go do my workout that I do. Oh, it's time for me to go have my healthy meals that I eat. I'm going to go throw away my honey buns. I'm going to go throw away my Cheetos. I don't need those because this version of me doesn't eat those, right? And so when you're moving with that energy and you're taking those naturally inspired actions, you will be the person that you are meant to be. You will cultivate confidence, security in yourself when you know you were living in full alignment with the best version of you. So you will feel great. You do feel great. You can picture it. You can see it. Feel how that feels. Feel the vibration, the embodiment. And then in that moment, as you're feeling it, you are that person. That's who you are. And then naturally from that state, you will be guided. You will know what actions you need to take as this 10.0 version of you to cultivate confidence, to be the secure version of you that you are. But it's a byproduct of your actions, of your habits. So what you do each day, what things make you proud? Does it make you proud when you choose to get up early, not hit snooze? Does it make you proud when you really wanted to open the dirty website or eat some Fruit Loops or eat some gummy bears, but you chose not to? You withheld from a bad temptation. Does it make you proud when you crush a workout? Does it make you proud when you get in the cold shower? Okay, the things that make you proud of yourself, those things, those build confidence and security in yourself. 556 Nicks, yes, I'm still on semen retention. Been celibate for about 4.5 years now. Life-changing. If any of you guys haven't seen my videos, go look at some of my old videos on semen retention I made a couple years back. Life-changing. It is one of the foundations for me doing what I do today. When a woman comes into my life who's meant for me, it'll require no effort on my part, require no forcing. It'll just fall into place. It's very, very rare that I, see women that I really resonate with on a deep level like that. I really find attractive. But when they do, if someone's meant to be with me, they will be. And, I'm not tripping because I feel like I am already my partner. I'm already complete as I am, and another person can only complement that. They can only complement it, but I'm already complete. I'm already happy. I'm already fulfilled. I'm already abundant. I'm already everything I need to be. I'm grateful. Much love to you, Lawson. Big Braden, my brother Braden, that's my childhood brother right there, my best friend from childhood, Braden Sandstead, knew him for years. That's awesome. Good to see you here. Good to see you, Bryce. Discipline, absolutely. 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 Does anybody else have a question or anything? Anything they'd like to ask? We got a nice little small group right here, so I will see your questions. I will see your questions. Now live on your channel. Paul Bryson is live. I got a notification in my email that I went live. I notified myself. I've never done a YouTube live before. Much love, Braden. Much love to you, bro. Much love. Much love to you, brother. Much love. Much love, Bryce. Much love. Much love. Blessed day to be alive. Blessed day to be alive. Blessed day to be alive. Yeah, it was tough getting to sleep last night. Being, hungry. Not hungry, but like just my nervous system. Think about being in a fasted state, especially in a prolonged fast. Being somebody as lean and physically active as I am, fasting for a long period of time, influences your hormones. So your norepinephrine increases, your adrenaline increases, your cortisol increases. And so it kind of puts you like in a survival mode, if you will, where you feel a lot more alert. Your body's kind of like it's ready to do shit, because you got to understand that fasting, your body becomes more efficient in a fasted state. That's why it's a survival mechanism, because when you don't have food, your body's like, oh, instead of going all low energy, which you may feel initially, then the backup generator kicks in when you go into ketosis, because then with that comes different psychological effects, different mind state, different vibration, different states of being. And then but your body becomes more efficient because it needs to go find food. So your body actually becomes better. Your mind becomes sharper, right? Your body's like awake. It's ready to go. It's like, what's up, right? So it was really hard for me to sleep last night, but we managed to get to sleep. We had I can recall about 3 dream cycles. So at least 3 to 4 cycles of REM sleep, and it was sufficient. It was sufficient. Here we are. Much love to you, Arvilis. Much love to you, Candace. Much love to you, Candace. I see your comments. When I look at the comments occasionally, I see you. Much love to you. Much love to you. Why that doctors suggest that men need to ejaculate because of prostate health? BS. BS. Be the same doctor who tell you that Cheerios are good for your heart health. Cheerios are good for your cholesterol levels. Okay. Always look at the source, guys. Like, just always look at the source, okay? Always look at the source, no matter who's telling you anything. I want you to look at who's talking, okay? If I'm going to tell you anything at all, if I'm going to tell you semen retention works, okay? I've been doing semen retention for over 4.5 years. Okay, just look at me and just ask yourself, do I want to be like Paul Bryson? Okay, do I want to embody his kind of energy? Okay, because prostate health, guys, it's a complete myth. Prostate cancer, if you don't ejaculate, you're going to get prostate cancer. BS. BS! I always think of the Spartans, okay? The Spartans, your ancestors who were warriors, okay? They're going off to war. These guys are fighting. They're conquering civilizations and stuff. Do you think these guys were beaten off every night because they were worried about prostate cancer? Okay, I might get prostate cancer if I don't play with myself, guys. Silly, okay? That is something that, just use your discernment. And the thing is, your body will naturally have nocturnal emissions. If there is something that needs to be released, it will happen without you intentionally making it happen. Your body knows what to do. This is a very complex, divinely created machine. But no, prostate cancer from not ejaculating, bullshit. Bull fucking shit. But the jack-off boys would like to believe that's true because then it validates their addiction to self-pleasure. They would love to believe that's true, though. Beautiful Raveda, beautiful Raveda, beautiful Raveda is in the chat. Much love. Blessed to see Raveda here. Beautiful Raveda's here. There we go. Bless your heart, Raveda. Geo97, what's up, bro? What's up, Ryan? Louis, what's up, bro? Dominic, what's up, bro? Much love to you. Much love. Yes, absolutely, Tomas, absolutely. Much love, Arvilis, once again. There we go, iCarm14. Much love to you, much love. How do you handle temptation, or does it go away? Well, it depends, because there's many different forms of temptation. But biggest thing, look, there's a hummingbird. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, it's behind that bush. Let's see if it pops up again. I don't know. Sucking on some purple, he flew away. Sucking on some purple flowers. Some purple flowers. What's up, Melostia? But temptation depends on the temptation. You know, the biggest thing is you channel that energy, and when you feel a temptation, whether you're addicted to self-pleasure, for example, which is something I, help a lot of guys with, or if you have an addiction to junk food, or to do something that's not good for you, when you feel that temptation rise up, you feel it when you choose to take that energy and instead choose to channel it into something positive. Once again, I want you to bring yourself back. Bring yourself back to that 10.0 version of yourself. How does that feel, okay? When you feel that temptation, think of the best version of you. Oh, that version of you that's already fit, that's already rich, that already has everything they need, that already has the best relation, the best version of you, okay? What do they do? And when you think of that and then you feel this temptation, well, that doesn't align with this person, this version of me. And so, when you feel a temptation, instead you choose, you know what? But this version of me, I want to go eat some Cheetos and I want to play with myself. But hold on, this version of me, This version of me works out. So actually, I'm going to go work out and then I'm going to go make myself a proper meal of some eggs and some salad or whatever it is that you like to eat, some fruit, some watermelon, whatever it is. I'm going to go crush a workout and then nourish my body with a good meal. Then I'm going to take a nice hot shower followed by a cold shower. And then I'm going to end the day feeling proud of myself, knowing that I made progress, that I generated momentum, right? That's the difference. So when you feel a temptation, you have a choice right there. Do you allow the devil or the lower nature of yourself to tempt you? Look at this. You could feel good for a few seconds, then feel like shit again. Here, I got you. Ooh, you can come do this. You're like, the best version of me doesn't do that. I'm going to go do this instead. I'm going to go take this delayed gratification route. So I'm going to choose to feel the pain first, but then get the greater reward after, to reap that sense of confidence, to reap a healthier body, to reap better self-worth, to reap this sense of being proud of myself over getting the pleasure first, a few seconds of pleasure from doing something that's not good for me, and then after it's done, I'm left feeling even worse. I'm even lower. I'm even in a lower frequency. I feel ashamed. I feel less confident. I feel more insecure. I feel more depressed now. And then I'm looking for more things to temporarily give me a little loop, and then it's like every time you indulge in pleasure, you bring yourself up a little bit, then you're down even lower than you were before. Then you're down here, you're trying to find another little hit of pleasure. You go up a little bit, you go down even lower than you were a little bit, then you go down a little more, and then you're in this, it's that downward spiral. It's like you have to make the decision, you know what, fuck that. That instant gratification isn't serving me. I need to go choose to embrace some positive pain, go crush this workout, go on this fast. I'm going to stop eating for 24 hours, or I'm going to never touch this substance, alcohol, weed, whatever it is that I know, that my conscience knows is slowing me down. And you have to choose to feel that pain now and then reap that reward later on. That's how you do it. So it's up to you. And when you feel that temptation, when you choose instead to take a positive action to build yourself, you make yourself proud and you reap a much greater reward. Much love to you, Nick. Yes, absolutely, Maria. Yes, absolutely. Yes, much love to you. What's up, 905 Words? Awesome. Much love, Jason T. Awesome. What's up, Mellow Stia? Good morning, good morning. What's up, Geo97? What's up? All right. Top best books. Eckhart Tolle's 3 books. A New Earth, The Power of Now, and Stillness Speaks. Eckhart Tolle, his 3 books, made a massive impact on me. I found his first book when I was in the juvenile detention, when I was 14 years old, A New Earth. And that was the one that really transformed my perspective and really helped me rediscover, for the first time in this life, spirituality, God, the universe, my higher self, whatever you want to call that. It was my first glimpse of that, and it forced me to be put into a very dark place, to be led to that book, and then I would read it in my cell. It was called A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. And then he has 2 other books, The Power of Now and Stillness Speaks. Vivid dreams, yes. I do have vivid dreams. I do have vivid dreams. Some more vivid than others, but I remember most of my dreams. Not all of them, only like tiny segments of them. Like I could barely tell you what I remember, the little brief images. I remember a couple of snapshots from my dreams, but I still remember I had dreams, right? I don't like wake up in the morning, like I just don't remember having any dreams whatsoever. It rarely happens, but I usually remember my dreams. Not like remember them, but I just remember like a couple of snapshots from them, a couple of images, like, oh yeah, I know I had a dream. I know I had a few dreams last night. So, let's see. "905 Words, I see your comment. And so bouncing back from anything that you regret, it's a matter of showing yourself who you are with action. And especially with something that involves another person, it's really like you will feel internally, you will feel a sense of regret to the same degree or intensity to which you were misaligned with the best version of yourself. And so that feeling, it will follow you for a period of time depending on the intensity of the actions. But the most important thing, and what's going to determine how quickly you can bounce back from that, is what your actions are moving forward. So if you did something you regret, then it's a matter of showing yourself who you really are now with positive actions to build yourself. It doesn't mean that the regret just goes away right away. You're still going to feel it, but it will diminish more and more. It will diminish faster the more you continue to build yourself into a new identity. Whereas if you mess up, you do something, and then you stay as that same person, you don't change your actions or behavior, you just sit there, it's going to take a really long time for that to go away. Whereas when you build a new identity with new actions, you can rise above, and you're literally making yourself a new person. This new person who works out every day. This new person who only eats single ingredient whole foods. This person who's super self-disciplined, always gets up at a set time. This person who doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't play with himself or engage in any sexual immorality whatsoever, right? That version of them, you just become a new version of you. And then you look back at the past like, oh, that was an old version of me. That's not even who I am anymore. I'm a different person now, right? So you bounce back with actions. Your actions today are showing you who you truly are. Yes, much love. Much love. Much love to you, Carlos. My stomach is growling as I speak. If I can give the entire world just one piece of wisdom, what would it be? Let's see, what would it be? I'm gonna keep it simple. You are the creator of your reality. That God exists within you. And that you are the one who is generating your own perception of reality through your chosen actions, your chosen thoughts, your embodied vibrational state of being. Because life is not as it is, life is how you are. Life is how you are. The world, this 3D, is only a simulation. It's a matrix. It's coming from you. You could be in the same circumstance, the same situation, but as a different person, a different embodiment, a different energy, and see it through two completely different lenses or perspectives. So you are in charge of your own energy, your own vibration. If you don't like where you are energetically, change your actions and change your thoughts. Those alone, those are aligning you with a certain outcome, a certain version of yourself right now. Because every single nanosecond, you are a new person. And you can choose to be a new version of yourself. So that would be my piece of wisdom or advice. Hello, Ninja. Much love to you, brother. So I am from Michigan. Appreciate your donation, brother. Never done a YouTube live thing before. It's cool that you can do that. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm from Michigan, so Western Michigan. And so I'm currently in Arizona, in Peoria, Arizona, which is near Phoenix. So, but I'm traveling right now, but I'm originally from Michigan, Holland, Michigan. Born and raised, western side of the Michigan Mitten, borderline, Lake Michigan. What do you think about people saying you should have sex because of testosterone? The thing is, real sex, real intimacy with a partner that you guys genuinely love and care about each other is much, 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 much different than playing with yourself, than pornography for damn sure, watching other people do stuff, or doing it with somebody who doesn't genuinely care about you. because sex is a sacred energy exchange. So when you lay down with somebody, you guys are exchanging spiritual energy. You are picking up any demons that they have and picking them up for yourself. You are picking up their thinking patterns. You are thinking up their energetic states of being. And so, it's a sacred act. And so testosterone, if a man who has sex every day, like I know when I'm with my woman, okay, I've been celibate for 4.5 years now, but when I'm with my woman, we have sex every day, okay? And so when you're with a woman or you're with a partner, you guys genuinely love and care about each other, it's very healthy. It's very good for you, okay? But it needs to be somebody who can truly reciprocate your energy, somebody you truly love and loves you back. Because it's that energy exchange. But you build your testosterone by not giving up your sexual energy to things that don't serve you. But when you're with somebody you guys genuinely love one another, you guys have real quality lovemaking sessions. This is much different than, say, like getting head or something like that. Like when you guys are both actively, doing some teamwork, okay, in the bedroom, that's a different deal, okay? That's what it's really about. Because I don't get pleasure unless she gets pleasure. And that's what it is. I'm not just trying to get one off, okay? I'm gonna give you an experience, baby, every time. So that will get your testosterone. That's cardio. That's, you feel me? I be finishing up dripping in sweat type shit. Like you got to move your body. Okay. So that's different when you're actually love making sessions, not just a little quick hookup or a little nut or a little fuck. It's like love making sessions. That will absolutely increase your testosterone. But the most important thing is that you're doing it with the right person. Period. My stomach keeps growling while I'm talking. Much love to you, Anthony. Much love to you, Anthony. Much love, Mohammed. Great question. Yes, Maria, you changed your timeline. You were literally always jumping timelines. This is the world. There is no one world. There are infinite number of parallel realities coexisting at the same time. So you were always jumping into a new timeline, a new version of reality. Every single nanosecond, you're in a new timeline, a new version of reality. It's like I've heard it described like a film strip. Like a film strip, you're just jumping to different frames on a film strip based on your thoughts, based on your energy, based on your thinking, your behavior, new thoughts. You're always quantum jumping. You are always shifting to new parallel realities constantly. And there is an infinite number of them. Infinite. Never ending. Infinite. So yes, you are always jumping into new realities, parallel realities. So my relationship with higher fructose fruits, mangoes, bananas, blueberries, everything you just listed are wonderful fruits. And of course, I haven't eaten in 2 days, so, it sounds great, but fruits are awesome. I mean, biggest thing with me, I don't eat a whole lot of fruit right now. I was plant-based for a long time, and I always broke my fast with a kiwi. It was the first thing I ate was a kiwi with the skin. I bit into a kiwi, and then I would eat an avocado with some salt. Those are my first 2 things I'd eat every day. Now I usually break my fast with sauerkraut and oftentimes a lemon or a lime. And those are not high fructose anything. High fructose fruits are totally fine though. They're great. They're great for you. Mangoes, they provide many unique, all these fruits. The great thing about fruits, they're so unique in the sense that they all provide their own very unique benefits. So mangoes have very unique benefits. I know mangoes are great. Blueberries are one of the most nutritious antioxidant sources in the world, especially frozen blueberries. For some reason, when you freeze them, they become even more nutrient dense, which is interesting. Frozen ones are even better. Bananas are great. Potassium, quick acting energy. I used to eat bananas every day too when I was plant-based. I have at least 3 bananas a day with natural peanut butter as one of my second meal. I would eat 2 meals a day when I was plant-based. And now, but so they're all good. I mean, they're all great. They're all great for you. And certain, like I said, guys, there is no one size fits all when it comes to diet. So there's no one size fits all. They say vegan's the only way to go. Carnivore is the only way to go. Or people need to eat like this or eat like that. High fat, high carb, low carb. It's complete. There is no one size fits all. Your own ideal unique diet will depend on your own genetics, your ancestry, your lifestyle. Okay, you are very unique as an individual. There are many people they can only eat certain foods. Let's say, for example, Jordan Peterson or his daughter, Melissa, or whatever her name is, Peterson. She can only eat red meat. The only thing she can eat is steak. Anything else she tries to eat, if she tries to eat a strawberry, she tries to eat a banana, her body will flare up with allergic reactions. Like she literally cannot eat anything without being hospitalized. She can only eat steak, red meat. It's the only thing she can eat. And she's completely healthy, right? And then there are other people who all they eat is fruit. They are diehard, never eat meat. You should only eat fruit. Humans are only meant to eat fruit. They're naturally frugivores. They're designed to only eat plants, and they eat fruit every fucking day, and they're glowing and they're vibrant too. And I see other guys, they're carnivores, and they only eat meat and eggs, and they look fucking great and they're glowing too. Like guys, there's no, this is the way people are supposed to eat. These are the only foods people should eat. There's none of that. There's none of that. It's completely unique to you. So you have to find your own groove. Find what your body responds to. Even if that means going through trial and error. I'm pretty fortunate. My body can handle a variety of different eating patterns. I can eat just plants. I can eat omnivore, which is my favorite. I like plants and I like animals. And I can also eat just animals too. So my body can handle a lot of different things, which is pretty cool, and be healthy, right? I find just psychologically, I feel better when I keep the carbs lower. That's just what I find. I like to keep personally, this is all just me. Personally, I like to keep my carbs lower because of the mental clarity, the mental well-being, the mental efficiency is just a little sharper when I'm not running off of glucose, but I'm running off of ketones. Like right now, I'm fasted. I'm running off fat for energy, stored body fat. And so it's a different state of mind, a different energy. And I just like how it feels better. So that's kind of this current part in my journey right now where I am, is just eating. Well, when I do eat, obviously I'm fasting right now, just eating primarily protein and fat. And so that's going to be animal based, mainly meat and fat like tallow or eggs, things of that nature, fish. But I do like some sauerkraut. And I do love fruit. I love fruit. I've always loved fruit. When I was a kid, I was a fruit junkie. I'd eat fruit like a motherfucker. Any fruit I can get my hands on, I'd eat it. I love fruit. I always love fruit. Much love to you, Nick Leo. Yes, living in your car, bro. Hey, I live in my car right now. Here I am. I slept in here last night, traveling across the country. I'm gonna get some, get a piece of land somewhere at some point, or maybe upgrade my vehicle, get like a Sprinter van or some shit. But I don't need a house. I haven't had a house for like 3 or 4 years now, And at first because I had no money, but now I have, I could go buy a fucking whatever the hell, buy a piece of land, but I just need a little spot I can sleep in. I'm on the 3-day, the 3-day hard mode challenge that I just made up yesterday. The 3-day hungry hard mode challenge means no food, no stevia. No, I can't have any of this. I usually have this when I'm fasting. I put it in sparkling water, guys. If you haven't tried that, try it, okay? Sparkling water and stevia. It's 0-calorie soda. It tastes so good, so satisfying. Never drink pop again. Go to a health food store, find stevia, and then get a sparkling water maker. I have a Soda Stream Terra. Terra. Soda Stream Terra. You can carbonate your own water. Just carbonate, make your own sparkling water, and then you can sweeten it with this. It's like you're drinking Sprite. And then you could put fruit juice in there. You could put lime juice and add fruity flavor to it too. It's sweet. It's like soda. Never drink actual pop again, okay? But anyway, back to what I was saying before I interrupted myself with the stevia, okay? The 72-day or the 3-day hungry hard mode challenge. No food, no flavors, this is 0-calorie sweetener, so it wouldn't break a fast. And no sleeping in hotel rooms. I have to sleep in my car. So I'm sleeping in the gym parking lot. right now for the past several days now. I was already doing that just because I don't really like to be in a hotel room, because I need to be loud, and I wake up in the morning and I got to be out in a parking lot or somewhere anyway just to scream at the camera, because I make stories every day on my Instagram and TikTok, and so I can't have people on the other side of the wall from me. So I don't need a hotel room. I don't really like it. I like to be out in nature and under like these trees and shit. It's just nicer. But I've been living in my car for a long time, baby, and I am a blessed motherfucker. But I feel you. It was tough at first. A big adjustment when you're not used to it. You got to adjust to that. But you do. You actually learn to love it. You learn to love it and even prefer it. Gang, do I get cold? Yes, I do get cold. Most of my videos are in cold weather. Yes. Michigan, that's where I'm from. It's very cold. It's very cold there right now. That's actually why I wanted to travel, because it was so fucking cold constantly. I'm like, fuck it. Especially if you're like chilling in your car most of the time. It gets cold in there, and and I got a shaved head and I'm very lean. And so, I don't have a bunch of body fat to insulate me or anything. Right? So, yes. But no, I happen to just be in, I was a different part of Arizona. My last several shorts that I made, I filmed several videos. It was snowing in the mountains that day, but I was still in Arizona. I was in a mountainous forest in Arizona. Then I just drove a couple hours south to Arizona. Now I'm near Phoenix, Arizona. It's still cold around here. It's still cold right now. It's cold out there. But it gets pretty warm when the sun comes out. It's going to keep on getting warmer over the next few days, so you probably won't see any snow in my videos for quite a while. Where the saguaro cacti are, the big cactuses, the big green cacti are. So we don't really get snow here. But I'll keep on traveling around, so you'll see me, all kinds of places. Very true, Nick Lee. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we use to create them. I quit being plant-based because I wanted to experiment with different things, with different ways of eating. Because I did plant-based, it worked. I was still jacked, I was still healthy, I was still glowing, I was vibing high. Then I actually transitioned from being plant-based when I was homeless, like rock bottom. When I say homeless, that's when I was broke, rock bottom homeless. Like I didn't have shit, right? I couldn't do anything. I didn't have any money. I couldn't even buy my own food. I couldn't buy my own food for many months. I was shoplifting my food for months, right? But I could barely buy food. I bet when I transitioned to not being plant-based, it's when I was eating beans, peanut butter, lemons, and salt every day. Okay, canned black beans, natural peanut butter, lemons, and salt every day. That's what I was eating, bare minimum food every single day. Calorie deficit every single day just to survive. Barely enough food to eat. Still working out 3 to 5 times a day. Living in my car. Couldn't drive my car. I couldn't even put gas in. I was so broke. I just had it parked at this one spot, and then I'd spend my day either outside in parking lots or in a grocery store, just working out with body weight or homemade weights or making videos. Couldn't even go to the gym. Couldn't drive anywhere. Nothing. Right. But I made the transition when I realized that, I could actually eat less calories and still pay about the same amount of money. If I could afford the shit, pay the same amount of money, I could replace my beans with tuna. I could buy canned tuna and get way more protein with fewer calories. Because with beans, you're getting some protein, but you're getting more carbs than anything else still. It's carbs, right? The thing about plant-based, if you want to be plant-based, means you have to eat a lot of carbs. You're going to eat carbs. Everything's going to have carbs with that. All your protein sources are going to come with carbs, right? And so I made that transition. I started eating tuna in place of my beans. So then I was eating tuna and then peanut butter for more protein and fat with some carbs, and then lemon for vitamin C, and then salt for electrolytes. And then I felt great and I loved it, and I was eating even less calories, and it was making me proud of myself, because I prided myself in doing more with less. I still work out 5 times a day. I get up every single morning before the sun, do the leg routine, with no money, with no support, with no family, with no friends, with no social media, with no anything, with no house. Can't even drive my fucking car. I'm homeless, I'm broke. I have nothing, and I still fucking could eat barely enough food to survive, getting lightheaded, fasted every day, and I can still fucking be more jacked than everyone else. I can still fucking put in more work. I still show up every day. I still don't quit, right? I took pride in that. And so with tuna, I could eat less calories, And so then from there, I'm like, okay, I want to try salmon now. I'm gonna try salmon. I'm gonna introduce salmon. And I had salmon, and then chicken. And for a long time, when the mire I was working out at, I was stealing rotisserie chicken. So I was stealing like fucking because I couldn't fucking afford food. I tried sardines too. I was stealing like these packs that they had like in the meat counter of like rotisserie chopped up rotisserie chicken breast. And I would be taking that. I'd be eating chicken as one of my meat. It was always such a blessing. Food was I was still eating 1 to 2 meals a day. Massive, like I said, massive caloric deficit area. You saw my videos, like if you look back at my videos from like 2 years ago when I first started making my shirtless out in the parking lot videos, you see I got skinnier. I lost size because I was eating so little food, right? Because I was eating so few calories. Doesn't matter where those calories are coming from. They can be carbs, they can be plants, they can be animals. Doesn't matter. The calories are so low. If you're constantly eating in a massive deficit while working out with a high metabolism, you're gonna lose size. So I lost like 50, not 50. How much did I lost like 20 plus pounds of muscle or size. I was super shredded, super lean, but I wasn't as big as I had been. Then when I finally got some money again, I decided I was going to go on a surplus and I gained back my size, right? So we're kind of there right now. I put about 20 pounds back. But to answer your question, go back to the main question. Yes, that is where I started eating animals again. And I experimented with ground beef. Felt great. I feel great eating red meat. I love red meat. Red meat is my favorite. I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life. It would be steak or ground beef. Fatty red meat. Fatty. Not lean, fatty red meat. 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 That's right. Fatty red meat. I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life. That's what it would be. And that's even why I ordered this thing over the summer. It's almost empty. It's a fucking gallon bucket of pure tallow beef fat. Pure beef fat, so I can fatten up my proteins. If I get like leaner meat or anything, I could just eat this with a spoon, like ice cream. That's not cold. It's just hardened white beef fat. For so long that I believed the propaganda that this was bad for you. This is gonna clog up your arteries, raise your cholesterol, set you up for a heart attack. Bull fucking shit. Is one of the healthiest fucking things you can eat. I've eaten just about this entire fucking thing over the past few months. Feel fucking great. Feel amazing. Beef fat. Grass-fed beef fat. It's fat. Right? I love fat. Fat is my main energy source over carbs, being animal-based. My body is very good at using fat for energy. All right. Been talking for a couple minutes. Let's see. Let me scroll. Let me see the message. I love you guys. Much love to you. What chick. Much love to you. I'm in college. Just stopped motion. Yes, bro. I mean, like money. The thing is, bro, it's totally fine. Like, eat what you can afford. Just find the natural whole foods, right? Like, if you get beef, it doesn't have to be organic, grass-fed beef or anything like that. But guys, like, I know how to fucking find shit on a budget. Like this can of sardines. If you have an Aldi near you, these are 98 cents. These are less than $1. Okay, this is over 20 grams of protein, 150 calories, 8 grams of very, very healthy fat. Omega-3 fatty acids support brain health. They lower inflammation. Very good for you. 98 cents. Can of tuna, same thing. Little can of tuna, 98 cents at Aldi. Or 88 cents sometimes at Walmart or Aldi. Very cheap. Eggs. You can find eggs that are not pasture raised, which are the best eggs. But I found eggs at Target, 99 cents a dozen, right? I mean, the most important thing is that, there's still natural whole foods, even if, it's not in your budget to get the ones that came from the best place. It's the natural whole foods in the sense of the protein or the fat or the carbs that you're getting. It's something that is natural. It's whole. So eggs is a single ingredient natural whole food, very good for you. Meat, you get ground beef, very cheap, right? They have it very cheap. Even grass-fed beef is super cheap at Aldi. Aldi's got great deals for that. Fish, canned fish, very cheap, right? Um, these are single ingredient whole foods. You can buy bananas, which are very cheap. They don't have to be organic. Even organic ones barely cost any more than the normal ones. I mean, and so, just prioritizing single ingredient natural whole foods is number one. When you got more money, instead of the normal beef, you can get grass-fed beef, grass-finished beef. Instead of the normal eggs, you can get pasture-raised eggs, right? It's just a step up. It's a little bit better, but at the end of the day, the main nutrition is going to be the same, right? Instead of normal bananas, you get organic bananas, right? That kind of thing. So just nutrient-dense, real whole foods. Number one thing to look at, single ingredient. We're not fucking eating ramen noodles every day. We're not eating breads with a whole bunch of different ingredients. We're not going to get pizza and fast food just because. Okay, if you're going to use your money to get real proper food, just make sure that these are single ingredient natural whole foods. That is number one. Yes. Scrolling. I don't want to miss any of your messages, so I'm just kind of, when I see one, I go on a tangent and I talk, and then I scroll down until I see another one that I want to answer, and then so I'm a little bit behind on the chat, but I'll scroll down and I'll see them all. Lawson, yes, journaling, writing. Yes, I journal and write pretty much every day. There's a long time I wrote every single day, but I don't write every day right now, but I affirm things to myself. I always write in my phone. I always type shit in my phone right now. So that's one thing I do. I always write down all my workouts. I write down what I ate when I do eat. All my food, my macronutrients, my protein, fat, carbs, and total calories every single day. I write down any things that I'm going through. You can also write down affirmations. Right? Put down some lovely little affirmations and then repeat them to yourself and then feel the energy, right? These are some that I have written down 2 days ago when I was about 1 day into this fast, 24 hours into this fast. Just write down affirmations and repeat them. Find things that really work, like, for example, I am living the life of my dreams. I always have more than enough. Every day, my wealth increases. I manifest money out of thin air. I am overflowing with wealth and abundance to share. I am a multimillionaire. And when you say these things, you feel it as if it's true right now. Because if you feel it as true right now, guess what? It is. Because this reality is the real reality. Your internal world is the real world. The outside is only a simulation. It's a reflection of what you've most consistently embodied in here. And so if your circumstances aren't where you want them to be, just understand that what's going to change them is going to be your new identity, your new state of being, the person you are being, your thoughts, your energy, your actions. And affirmations can help with that. Just repeating things to yourself like, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am confident, I am filled with energy. Whatever it is to you, I am the best. No one is better than me. Yes, you can say shit like that. I am everyone's top priority. No one compares to me. No one is better than me. You can say things like that and feel like you are, because you are the main character in your life. Embody that main character energy. Speak life unto yourself. Do I watch any kind of TV? No. No TV. I never watch TV. Never watch TV, but I do watch YouTube. I like YouTube. Yes, very big myth. Even when I stay in hotels, I never have once turned on the TV, just because TV is a distraction. It presents you with programming. It gives you things that for you to focus your attention on that don't serve you. You can watch mindless entertainment or YouTube. YouTube knows what I like, and so it recommends me things along the topics that I have searched up before, like food or mindset or spirituality. So it will recommend me shit that's actually relevant for me. TV, it'll show you shit that doesn't really serve you, and you'll spend a bunch of time giving your energy to something that doesn't actually help you propel your life forward or embody the right state of being. It's a distraction. So no TV. Stevia, complete myth. I've had a few people try to tell me that this damages DNA or it's bad for your gut. BS. Even guys that I respect, that I've learned from, I've even, like, one of them even said, like, stevia is disrupting your gut. Bullshit. Bullshit. Dude, I'll eat over, like, when I'm fasting, this fucking thing, which I think costs like $10 at a health food store, I'll eat like 2/3 of it in a day with my water. I'll eat stevia like a motherfucker with it when I'm fasting every day. Every day. Stevia like a motherfucker. Totally healthy. Digestion totally healthy. Does my DNA seem to be fucked up? Okay, let me be the living example. If stevia is bad for you, let me be the living example. But I research the fuck out of everything that I eat too, and so I've researched it. There's no evidence anywhere that backs up any of these claims that people have tried to make, that stevia is bad for your gut, disrupts your hormones, it damages your DNA, this kind of shit. Like, when people say that shit, I will go look it up. I will spend time researching, and I can't find anything, right? I've seen little claims, but there's no actual studies that say that's what it is. No, it's BS. It's BS. Stevia is totally Gucci. But if for whatever reason you have stevia and your body doesn't like it for some reason, because all our bodies are different, then don't have it. But stevia is lovely for me, and I can guarantee you I'll eat stevia every single day of my life and be completely fine, and be healthy, be glowing, and be vibrant daily. Just like I can eat red meat every single day of my life. I can eat eggs every single day of my life. I can eat butter every single day of my life, except when I'm doing long fasts like right now, and be totally healthy, glowing, and vibrant. While everyone said, humans are only meant to eat this, they're only meant to eat fruit, they're only meant to do this, they're only meant to eat that, that's too much protein, that's too much fat, you can't do that, it's cholesterol, that's saturated fat, that's bad for... And I'm just glowing. I'm just over here glowing, sending out good ass energy, making videos every day. living to 120 years old, multi-millionaire. Like, they'll just be talking, but you are the byproduct. You are the byproduct of what you do. The results are you. And so let your energy, let your results do the talking. That's it. That is all. What's up, Abdullah? I am from Michigan. Thoughts on Christianity? All religions, they all embody the truth. They all have aspects of them that are the truth. I've learned so much from Christianity. I've learned from Islam. I've learned from Buddhism. The thing is, God is in everything. God is in you. God is literally the fabric of existence itself. And just being mindful of religions, a lot of people, they take religions literally, in the sense where they take it as like they make a mental construct out of it, or their ego identifies with a story of this is what God is. It's like taking love out of it, because God is love, right? And so the aspects of, like, say, the Bible that actually speak of love, and a lot of it, you have to use your discernment in such a way to really know which aspect, because it was written by people, many different people. You think out of all those different people and all the people who've rewritten these things time and time again, it's like, like, these words didn't necessarily come directly out of the prophet's mouths, like, Moses, can you repeat that one more time for the scripture? I want to write down, okay, and blah, 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 right? It's like, so it's not exactly where you got to use your discernment and just kind of take out the parts of it, because some of it is filtered through man's ego mind. Some of those things are not, necessarily the truth, and so you want to use your discernment, but there's so much power in it. And most important thing, just look at the people. Anyone, like I say, guys, anybody that anyone's doing, look at them. They are the embodiment of what's working for them. So if somebody, they're super spiritual, they say, I'm this, I'm vegan, I'm super spiritual, or I'm this, or I'm carnivore, or whatever it is that they are, that they stand by. This is who I am. This is what it's supposed to be. But then I look at them and I'm like, well, I don't want to be like them. I don't want to have their kind of energy. I don't have their kind of results. I don't want to have their kind of health. I don't like their mindset. I don't like the energy they give off to people. It's like, let that. So find the things that resonate with who you truly are and allow you to bring out your best energy to help you tune in with the truth, that love that is within you, that is God, because God is always in you. But it's a matter of rediscovering, because you came into this human experience, indestructible soul that you always are, and you temporarily you asked before you came here into this human body to have your memory wiped so you would not remember who you truly were. And I really encourage you guys, if you were curious about the true origin of the universe or God or the afterlife, look up on YouTube NDE experience, or near-death experiences. There's many people who tell their stories when they die. They died and then they came back. And there's correlation between all of their stories. Like if you really listen to these people, NDE experiences, okay? Just look that up on YouTube and listen to these people's stories. People who have died, people who had heart attacks, people who went into, car accidents, these kinds of things, people who died. They came back. They were brought back to life. They tell you what they saw on the other side. And you will notice they all tell a very similar story. There's very similar, it's very, I just encourage you to learn and kind of dive into that. It's very liberating, very freeing to know that you never die. You are an indestructible spirit. This human game, this human form game that we're playing is temporary, that you chose to come here and be this human being, to have this pain, to have these parents, to be this man or be this woman, to have this life. You planned out everything. You planned out all your pain, your traumas, your suffering. You planned out when you be born. You planned when you die in the human form. You planned when the human would die. You planned all these things, all of it. And you were always one with God. Always. Always. Yes. Alrighty. Much love to you guys. I teach you. Much love to you. Trippy. Much love to you, Trippy man. What's up, Shonan? Oh yeah. Split lamb, yep. Oven, I definitely want to do that. Definitely want to do that. When I get an oven on deck, I definitely want to make the split lamb breastplate look so good. I definitely want to do that. Absolutely. Much love to you, Melostia. I receive your donation. Much love to you. Much love to you. Receive your support and positive energy. Do I eat fruit? Yes, occasionally. Not so much right now, but I love fruit. In fact, this will be one of the first things I break my fast with, a lime. I'm going to break my fast tomorrow in about 23 hours. There'll be a 3-day fast. It'll be a record. I've never fasted that long. I have a lime. I got cabbage left. I got organic cabbage from Walmart. I got about a pound of that left for my last meal. I'm going to have that too. It's a little vegetable and a little fruit. I have a whole bunch of beef. Whole bunch of beef and fish. It's going to be a fucking fiesta. It's going to be a fucking celebration. Yes, Dollar Tree, mackerel, guys. I would get it's under a bunch of shit. I have like a bag of like 10 mackerels, $1.25 from Dollar Tree. It's amazing. I love it. Be eating some of those tomorrow too. Those with some hot sauce, some mustard, some stevia. That is my that's Paul Bryson's secret sauce. Hot sauce, just yellow mustard. You can get 99 cents, a thing of mustard, and stevia, or any kind of sweetener. You can put honey, you can put erythritol. That is it. But if you use the 0-calorie option, it's a 0-calorie hot honey mustard. It's so good. You can just make a spicy, sweet, hot mustard. It's delicious. Amazing sauce for fish, for beef, for fucking beans or tofu, whatever the hell you eat. It's perfect. It's delicious. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yes, edging counts as a relapse. Absolutely, because you were playing with yourself. You're like, oh, I don't want to let it out. It's the same thing, though. It is the same thing. It is the same thing. You were playing, and then you're still using sexual energy. Like, you guys got to realize, you need to have to touch yourself at all. You could sit and think about sexual shit and think about shit, or just watch it. Even if you watch it, you're still leaking sexual energy. It takes sexual energy. You're giving sexual energy to those thoughts. It takes energy. It takes energy from your vitality to sit and fantasize about shit, to sit and fill your mind with it and think about it. And so any sexual, thoughts that you engage in, you are giving sexual energy. You're leaking sexual energy. So just keep that in mind. Trippy man, I see your comment. My mission is to make her. I already know about it, bro. I already know about it. And I've wanted to do it, but I'm like, Dad, there's no way. I need a fucking oven, right? I haven't had an oven on me for a long time. There's no hotels, even the nice ones, the 5-star hotels, they don't have fucking ovens. So I could find one somewhere, but you kind of have to be there for a while, wherever the fuck there is. I gotta get one of my own. That's why I'm looking to get my own piece of property, just a nice piece of woods. And then I can get my own, I'll build a cabin there. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm doing. Building a cabin, building a piece of land in the woods. But before that, maybe upgrading my vehicle, getting like a new truck or a Sprinter van or something of that nature. But I'm getting a piece of land out there. And then I could, because I can't fucking have an oven, and even in a van or a motorhome, they don't have ovens in those budget. I don't think. But yes, delicious though, delicious. Raveda, much love. 333. Much love to you, Trippy. Much love. Anxicarious martial arts. Yes, very interested. I love martial arts. I practice kick drills. I took a martial arts class. It was actually a college course. They offered it in my college self-defense class that I took. Made like exams on it and shit. It was cool. But I took those things with me, and I learned elbow strikes, knee strikes, side kicks, these different maneuvers. I practice them every single morning. It's part of my leg routine. They're non-negotiable part of the leg routine every day. So I know how to use my legs, especially. I'm very good at kicks, especially side kicks. You don't want to get caught with one of my side kicks. You're going to break your ribs. It's going to be sad. It's going to make you sad. But kicking especially. But I definitely want to expand that skill, learn more Muay Thai, MMA kind of thing, take actual classes where we do it in person, multiple sessions a week type thing. That's something I'm going to be doing in the very near future when I get some more time and the availability to do so. I want to expand that skill, make it even better, because I know it can be much, much better. And I think martial arts is something everyone should know some kind of martial arts. Yes, you can change your DNA. Your cells, they respond to the words that you speak. They literally respond to the words that you speak. Like, even the water that you drink, I always pray over my water. You call it praying, but it's really just setting intentions over it, charging it with energy. All my food, all my water, because there's water in your food too. But water holds memory. You can look it up. Just look up water holds memory. And they'll show you images. They've taken microscopic pictures of water cells, water molecules, after being prayed over, like with certain words or affirmations like love, or I love you, or beautiful, or peace, or angel. They say certain words to the water, and they literally, like, the water cells change their shape like snowflakes. They look like snowflakes, right? And you can also say things like evil, or you make me sick. And then they take up like this cancerous, distorted look. Like the water cells literally change to your words. They hold energy. And so anytime that I drink water, anytime that I eat, I always charge it up with energy first. Always hover your hands over it, or touch it if you can, and just speak over it. Say your positive affirmations. Say, I love you. You are beautiful. You are sexy. You are strong. You are abundant. Thank you for this energy. Thank you for your healing. Thank you for your peace. I am grounded. I am centered. You pray over that shit. And then when you eat it, you feel the difference when you eat it or drink it, especially. You feel the difference when you consume it. It's like, it tastes so much better. Like you literally taste the quality of water that you just charged it up with that energy, right? But you have to think that you are made of water. You are over 70+% water. So when you speak negatively to yourself, that is literally changing the ways your cells are. It's literally changing your biochemistry by how you speak to yourself. So when you say like, I'm not good enough, or I'm a loser, or blah, 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 like you speak negatively to yourself, it will literally color your aura. It will color your energy. It will change your cells. Literally, it'll change your body. That's why you can manifest illness by how you speak to yourself. You can manifest injuries by how you speak to yourself, because if you are constantly just letting this negative self-talk go unchecked, you'll begin to manifest things that reflect that. And then, because your own energetic state is being reflected out into the world, and that's what you will draw back to yourself. And so when you speak negatively to yourself, like you hate yourself, you don't like yourself, you're not good enough, I'm this, I'm that, and then you'll attract that to you in other people, in situations that will reflect how you've been speaking to yourself to you. It will be reflected back to you. And then what happens is that a lot of people, myself, I used to do this too, is that, and then people like to be right. And so then it's like, oh, I knew it. Yep, well, I knew it. So clearly I'm not good enough, right? Because this happened, right? And then they just keep that cycle going. They just keep on talking to themselves that, and then life reflects it. They keep on talking to themselves that, and then life reflects it. They keep on talking to themselves that, and life reflects it. And then every single time it gets reflected to them in the outside world, like, well, I was proven right. See, I told you. You will always be proven right. What you tell yourself will always come true. What you consistently say to yourself will always come true. It will always be proven right. In due time, you repeat those things long enough, it will come true every single time. Every time. So guys, just be mindful of your words, the power of your words, because you are creating your reality. But yes, you are made of water. You hold memories. And the way you speak to yourself influences your energy. Would I rather be a dog or a cat? Cat. I think a cat, because cats just don't give a fuck. Being a dog would sound cool, but dogs are like, they want their owner's approval. They want their owner's validation. Dogs, they'll miss you like when you're gone. Like dogs will experience more fear. Like they really care about their owners, right? Cats, they don't fucking, they're like, you don't need to do anything. Like to have a cat, you can just buy a cat. You just gotta make sure it has food and a place to shit and piss. And you can go away for fucking forever, and then your cat will be just fine, right? I mean, the cats they can take care of themselves. And they're kind of, the cool thing about cats, they're both unique in different ways. But cats, they just don't give a fuck. They just don't care. They're totally fine. They're naturally selfish. They're naturally just very good at being selfish and being in their own company. And I feel like that's a vibe. I don't know if I had to choose. Phone's about to die, guys. She's at 5%. I'm going to hop off this live shortly here, guys. I'm just going to see if I can answer one or two last questions before my phone dies on me. Awesome, Jason. That's what I'm saying, bro. Yes, very true. Velostia, very true. Very true. Much love, John. Much love. And guys, I want to let you know that I've created a membership on this channel. I believe it is $9.99 USD. But I'm going to be doing it at least every week, probably multiple times a week. I'm going to be doing lives just like this. So every single week, probably at least 2 to 3 times a week, it'll be members only live. So any of you guys who really have questions for me that you want answered, join that live. You'll get my full attention, where there will be fewer people there. There will be no trolls. So you'll really get my full undivided attention consistently. with that membership. And you will see I'm also putting out exclusive content and story times as well. I already put out a couple of them yesterday. I shared for the first time, I shared my 2 lockup experience, my story times, why I got locked up. So I got 2 videos. One of them's like 20 minutes long. The second part's like 11 minutes long, but I got those in the members section, members only right now. And along with that, I will be going live on there every single week so you guys can speak with me, ask questions, and kind of receive personal coaching for a very, very, very cheap price. And so want to let you guys know that I think somewhere like if you go to my channel, Paul Bryson, and then I don't know, there should be an option somewhere for like membership. Then it'll tell you like what the perks are and stuff. And you just subscribe for a membership. It's like $9.99 for a month or something, like less than $2.50 a week. And then you can have access to these lives, exclusive lives, ask me questions. You get all the exclusive content. I'm going to keep on putting more story times out, a lot more long form videos. Also, these recordings I will be putting in the members only section as well. So, all right. That's what I want to share with you guys. We just hit 1 hour and 11 minutes on this live. 111. Blessed to be alive. And final question for Jason, is coffee good for pre-workout? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Black coffee is my preferred way to go, or black tea, or even green tea if you want something a bit more gentle. But yes, only once a day. I only have caffeine one time a day, one time in the early morning before my second workout. First workout, leg routine, never anything, no food, no caffeine, no phone, no nothing before that one. Then before my second one, though, I have a pre-workout of a black coffee, a black tea, or a caffeine pill if I don't have either of those. Alrighty. Love you guys so much. We're about 50 hours fasted. 72-hour fast is on its way. And yes. Any of you guys want to keep up with me who is not following me on Instagram or TikTok, I post stories on there every single day. So check those out. I love you guys so much. And until we speak again, be blessed. Peace.